Hey everybody, welcome to the webinar. Want to profit from Mother's Day 2024? I know I do, but first we have to do this. So can you hear me and can you see me? Give me one in the chat box if you can, please. Just let me know everything is okay. And while you're in that chat box, let me know where you're at on the globe. I want to see who the furthest away is. I am in London, Ontario, Canada. I'm about 2 hours from Toronto, 2 hours from Detroit, Michigan on the same line. So we get the same weather as good old Detroit. And it is, what is it right now? It's about 6 degrees right now, so it's actually pretty warm. All the snow's gone finally, which is awesome. We have Alabama, nice. Ocean Shores, lovely. Louisiana, sunny finally, I know, right? We went for a long period there where it was overcast all the time, and that's really depressing. And then it gets dark at like 4:30 in the afternoon. I really don't like that at all. I love the sun. So just got back from Florida last week, on a week vacation, and it was wonderful to be in the heat. Got a nice tan. Everything's all good. Oh, San Antonio, there you are. Right on, 70 degrees and sunny. Cool. All right. I'm going to dive in because I do have a lot to cover as usual. But again, thank you for coming on. This presentation is a little bit different than usual. It's not the same old one. There are some aspects that are the same, but I changed up quite a bit of it. So I do have a lot of stuff to show you because we have a big problem that we have to solve. So let us dive in. If you have questions along the way, please type them in the chat box. And I will go at the end. I'll cover all the questions, and I've got some common ones that I get asked all the time too. So I'm not ignoring you. I'm just going to proceed with the webinar. And if my audio goes down or anything else goes down, please let me know in the chat box. I will check over there and make sure, because sometimes tech things happen and I want to make sure I'm on top of them. All right, let's dive in. So how to get Mother's Day sales with paid ads, no matter which platform you sell on, even Etsy. And I put even Etsy because we got a lot of Etsy sellers in here, like a ton. And that's fine. Etsy's fine. It's a long-term play, but we're going to fix some things here. So let's go. So what are we going to cover? Basically three things. Number one is the problem, and that is waiting forever for sales sucks. It's not fun. Number two is the solution. You need people looking at your products. And number three is what to do next. Stop blindly adding more products to your stores. That's not the solution at all. So who's this for? The following people. People who are sold the Etsy lie. Just list products. Etsy will send you traffic. You don't have to do any marketing. That that's BS. It just doesn't work that way anymore. So it is for people who sell on Etsy. It is for people who sell on Shopify. It is for people who sell on WooCommerce. I don't care which platform you use for this. It works for everything. The secret method works across the board. So who it's not for, I'm not a fan of negative people, closed-minded people, quitters. I I'm honestly, people who don't understand that marketing is 80% of your success, this is not for you. And basically people who refuse to use paid ads because they do not want success. So you're going to see in a second, I'll convince you as to why you need this. So you're here, so I'm sure this is for you. If you stay until the end, I do have something for you. But before we begin, I usually like to introduce myself, but this time, nah. If you want to know more, just Google my name or PPC Coach or Print on Demand Coach. That is what I do. I teach people how to sell print on demand products. Been doing it for years. PPC Coach never really made any sense because that stands for pay per click coach, but it's all me. I'm the same person. That's what I do. I'm just shifting to print on demand coach because it makes more sense. Now, I am a seven-figure print-on-demand seller, father of five daughters, husband, been working full-time online for myself since 2007. But enough about me. So most of you know me by now. Some don't, but instead, let's talk about you. Is this you? You know Mother's Day is like literally second Christmas. It is the day where how many people have a mom that they have to buy a gift for, or they want to buy a gift for, and give to her for Mother's Day? Well, that's where we come in as print-on-demand sellers. We can actually provide them with the gifts that they can give to their moms. That's awesome. Now, if you're on Etsy doing this, you're going to make a whole bunch of listings and then you're just going to sit back and twiddle your thumbs and wait. If you're on Shopify or WooCommerce, you know you have to do some marketing. But this today, after today, you're gonna have that aha moment and go, oh yeah, that's what I was missing. So you've seen huge Mother's Day screenshots online. If you're in any Facebook groups, you see these all over the place. You know it's possible. And this year you want your piece of the pie, which I don't blame you for at all. So you start researching on YouTube, which everybody does. There's so many YouTubers who are trying to get your attention. Most are new. They might have had a small taste of success, but I have some bad news for you. YouTube videos are typically nothing but fluff. So they have clickbait headlines. It's usually some guy or girl holding a phone with a fake number on it, and they're pointing to it as if you're going to make that. And then you watch the video, and it's got nothing to do with the thumbnail on the video. So it's a lot of talking, but very little substance. Kind of annoying. So finding a step-by-step system, good luck on YouTube. Now, unless you watch my channel, I literally have things on there that are step-by-step. I have free courses. I also just put up the Copycat Challenge, which if you went through it, I actually launched an Etsy print-on-demand shop in full detail. So it's like a course. You could watch it, and it's awesome. It can be frustrating, though. I know a lot of you spend a lot of time in the YouTube research phase. Does that hit close to home? It's okay if it does. Maybe you're an Etsy seller. Maybe you're frustrated with the lack of sales. I mean, who isn't? Maybe you sell on Shopify and can't quite get the paid ad side right. Maybe you sell on WooCommerce, but your ads aren't your bag. So now what do? Well, you start seeking out that paid training. Usually a YouTuber has something to offer, but you know you can't really run ads to your Etsy shop directly. You just can't because you can't place a pixel to track your results, which means you'd be flying blind if you did that. It just doesn't work. Plus, Etsy really doesn't, I don't know why, but they don't want to allow you to run ads directly to an Etsy shop. And if you do, it's such a traffic leak, it's insane. You're just building the Etsy brand instead of your own, which is not fun. We don't want to do that. So you continue to struggle, continue not making any money online, or you end up in that vicious cycle of constantly adding products, thinking it's at that stage it's just busy work. When you're constantly waiting and waiting and waiting for sales that just they don't come. That's not fun. Don't do that. So you think of giving up, but you don't. The point is, you're not going to give up on your dream. Your dream is your goal, and your goal is what keeps you going. So, goals are good. We all have them. What's yours? So, type your goal in the chat box right now. Let's see what's happening with this group. Uh, just give me a monetary goal, revenue wise, what you would need to generate per month to be happy. That's it. Very simple. We all have a number in mind. Some have a yearly number, but do a monthly number. So if it's 120,000 a year, that would make you happy. That's 10,000 a month revenue. If it's 60,000 a year, that'll make you happy. That's 5,000 revenue. So let's see what they are. We got 5,000, 10,000, 3,000. Just want to make a sale. That's actually not a bad goal, and totally possible. I need 100 sales a day. Okay, that's interesting. 500 a day, just being profitable would be good enough for me. Nice. Get a lot of those. There's another 5,000 net. Gotcha. At the moment, 5K plus a month. Yep, good goal. All right, so we've got different goals from different people because basically everybody's different. So there's another 10,000 coming in. That happens. Everybody's at a different stage. Everybody perceives numbers differently, and there's nothing wrong with that. So here's my goal, which is that I need 3 million in cash to invest at 5% in a corporate bond lender who pays me 150,000 a year, 12,500 per month for the rest of my life without lifting a finger again, so I can focus on my kids and wife daily. Now, I was a financial advisor in my previous life. That's why I know what a corporate bond ladder is. If anybody wants me to explain it later, just send me an email or post in the group and I'll explain what it is. It's a real neat way to get income because when you invest that 3 million, you get those payments every month. Now they're staggered from each bond that you buy. You need 6 bonds, but at the end of it, you get your money back, which is very cool. Anyway, I'm not there yet, but I'm working on it. The point is not the corporate bond lender, but without that goal, I would struggle to keep going some days. Oh, sidebar too. I was lucky enough to buy some NVIDIA, the graphic card stock, about I think it was about 2.5 years ago. And when I bought it, it immediately tanked, and now that thing is up. It's my best stock. It's up 266%. So I am in shock right now because I'm a financial advisor. I quit because I kept losing people money, and all of a sudden I got lucky on a stock. And I think that applies to us with e-commerce and print on demand too. You can go for a while without any success, then all of a sudden something just pops and you go, oh, now this is amazing. I love this. So that happens. It does happen. But the other thing that happens is some days stink. You know sales, right? If you're on Etsy, you fully understand the pain of no sales. You've been working your butt off, putting up listing after listing after listing after listing, and nothing's happening. Nothing's moving. Etsy is ignoring you. It sucks. And so you start doubting yourself. This shiny object syndrome kicks in. You wonder, do I need to change things? Then you realize you should focus on actions and not results. But then you think, well, I've been taking all this action. I'm not getting the results. What the heck do I do? Something's got to give. right? Something has to work, something has to click, or you wake up one day and Etsy suspends you. That one is the most frustrating of all things that can happen to you as an Etsy seller. There's also, you could wake up one day and Facebook can ban your ad account. And you're like, oh man, what do I do now? Well, now you're going down the road of trying to get the account recovered. And I'm actually in the process right now, again, for like the umpteenth time, because I have my Facebook ad account banned. I found somebody, they referred to me. They want $2,250 to recover my ad account. They're like, oh yeah, we can do it. Just wire the money to us. And I'm sitting here going, don't know you from a hole in the ground, and you want $2,250 of my money wired to your bank, so there's no way I can do a dispute if it doesn't work. And then if you give me my ad account back and it goes down the next day, what happens? And they're like, well, that's on you because we can't control what happens after we reactivate it. And I'm like, scary. But then I found another solution too, where you can rent agency accounts, which is nice. It's just fairly expensive at like $600 a month plus 3% of the ad spend. I know I'm on a sidebar there, but it just happened, and I do have a call this afternoon after that just to kind of lock in that deal. Anyway, point is you keep going because you have a goal. Without my goal, I wouldn't keep going. I wouldn't even bother going down all these other rabbit holes of solutions because I wouldn't need to. So why tell you all this? You need something to keep you going too. Bad days are going to happen. Stuff's going to happen. Goals give you something to focus on. You can sit there and feel sorry for yourself and wallow in self-pity. I've done that. Or you can change anything you want in your life, literally, which is why you're here. Maybe you've tried and failed. That's why I put together the Mother's Day Bootcamp 2024. More on that later. Let's get into the training that I promise you now. Let's dive in. I can't wait for this. This is actually going to be fun. So, number one that we're going to cover is the problem. The problem is you're doing everything right, but you're not getting sales, especially if you're on Etsy. If you're on Etsy, you know this feeling too well. You've focused for like 6 months, you focused for like 8 months, 9 months, 10 months, and you're like, I get a trickle. I get a sale every once in a while, but nothing consistent. So you're sitting there after a year and you're going, man, I've been on Etsy for a year. I've got nothing going on. I make not even enough to like take my family out to dinner, and I've put in all these hours of work. This sucks. So that's a huge problem. And you are doing everything right. It's just Etsy's not holding up their end of the bargain. So creating a store, that's easy. Getting sales daily, that's hard. It's not easy. The focus is in the wrong spot though. The Etsy lie is just build it and they will come. List a product a day. Etsy will take care of everything else for you. I think that's a fallacy too, honestly. I don't think Etsy cares if you list a product a day. That's 100% baloney. New Etsy shops do not get sales. You can quote me on that. Etsy, it's easy to set up, but hard to get sales. They're supposed to send you the traffic. They're supposed to do all the marketing for you. They tell you they have 93 million buyers. So why does it take 3 months to get your first sale? Seems to me if I open a shop in a place that has 93 million buyers, I should be getting sales pretty quick, shouldn't I? Yeah, you should. But that's the Etsy lie. Why do new shops struggle so badly? I think personally, Etsy puts them in a probation mode, to be honest. I think as soon as you open up that shop, Etsy's like, okay, good luck. We're not sending you any sales anytime soon. So we want to see if you can wait us out, and we want to see if you're legit. And they do deal with a lot of fraud, but I know they won't admit it, and nobody will admit it. But as soon as you open that store, you're in probation. And they're like, we'll send you a trickle once in a while to keep you interested and to keep you paying our fees and our relisting fees, but you're not going to make much on Etsy. And when I say not much, I really do mean not much. If you see somebody who says, I made $100,000 on Etsy last year, you know what they took home in the print on demand world? 15% of that, probably less. So they made 15,000 for the year. That's a little over $1,000 a month. On a side hustle, great. To replace your full-time income? No, not going to work. Now year two will roll around, maybe that number will double. So they'll do 200,000 in sale, post a big screenshot. Everybody will go bananas, but their net after the fees and cost of goods sold and shipping and everything else in the print on demand world is peanuts. Now they're at 30,000 a year. So they're at just shy of like $2,000, well, a little over $2,000 a month. Is that enough to replace your income? Maybe, but no, it's not. Then you get to year three and maybe you double again. So by year three, you've paid a boatload in fees to Etsy. You've spent 3 freaking years on this store and it's finally paying off. Great. It shouldn't be like that. That's not that nobody can survive that long. losing money and losing time. It's just not fun. So that's why new shops struggle so badly, because they do go in there. And Etsy right now has too many sellers, honestly. Like there's a huge influx after the pandemic. They went from like 2 million to over like 7 million sellers, and they don't have enough buyers to cover that. I don't believe their 93 million buyer mark at all. That's why Etsy sellers struggle. Are you struggling? Let me know in the chat if you are. Are you on Etsy and are you struggling? Just give me a yes. Give me a one or a yes. I'll put one. Yes. I struggle on Etsy. I'm really good at this stuff. And when I go to Etsy, I struggle. And there's one reason why. And we'll get to that in a minute. But the key is I see a lot of yeses. Yes, and I hate Etsy. Yes, yes, yes. You know what? Hate's a strong word. I I despise Etsy right now. I don't like what they promise and don't deliver. To me, it's borderline fraud what they're doing. Like I know fraud's an even stronger word, but you can't promise people this and not deliver. It's not fair to anybody, and I'm frankly sick of it. But there are solutions. So every single person on this call put a yes in there, and I want you to know this: you're not alone. It's okay. Etsy is not like it used to be. If you open a shop in like 2020, you're laughing. You open a shop in 2024, you're crying. That's the difference. After a year or two, yeah, sure, maybe you'll get some sales. Nothing to quit your day job with though. It is the slowest moving platform with the most minimal results, and yet it's one of the most popular ones because of the big promise and the big lie. So I'm just telling it like it is. But can you sit there and make nothing for 2 years? I can't. I don't have the patience at all. In fact, every 4 months, you have to pay these guys a relisting fee just for the pleasure of not making money with them. It's awful. So, how do I know? I practice what I preach. I have a shop right now. It's got 2,400 products on it. Now, these are digital, but if they were, it doesn't matter. If they were print on demand, it would be the same thing. What do you pay? Let's do some math. 2,400 times 20 cents equals $480. That's my relisting fee. That's what I had to pay to list it, and then that's what I have to pay 3 times per year, every 4 months. I have to pay Etsy $480. That's $1,440 every 3 months from here on in, at 2,400 products. Plus, I paid the initial listing fee in year one. So year one, I paid $1,920 per year to Etsy just in listing fees, just for the pleasure of not making money with them. In year one, so I pay $160 a month, $5.33 a day. Did you know this? It's not free. In fact, it's one of the most expensive places to sell on when you have a large volume of products on it. And you have to. In the digital side, you have to. Now, I do digital and I do print on demand. Print on demand is my bread and butter. Okay, digital works, it just takes forever. So now I'm at the point where I'm like, all right, I started the shop, what, 8, 9 months ago? It is making money, mind you, but is it worth it for me to just break even on the shop for like a year or two while Etsy takes my money? Will it pop on year three? Do I want to wait that long? No, I don't want to. Even if it does pop, it's not going to pop very big. It's going to be like, well, oh, here, now you're making $1,000 a month. You know what? I apologize to anybody, but $1,000 a month is not even going to pay my mortgage payment. I can't do that. I would go bankrupt if I continue doing this. So, not good. And it's not that stuff doesn't sell on Etsy. It's that they don't give new stores any traffic. So I figure if I can get traffic to my store, I can make money, and they'll make money, and then everybody's happy. So that's kind of why we're here today, right? Now, I don't mind paying if I'm getting sales, but it's still expensive to run an Etsy shop. And all the people and all the YouTubers that say, "Oh, just come on here. It's free." It's not free. It's not even close to free. So what next? Well, then people are like, "Okay, all right, damn, you just opened my eyes. Holy cow, now I'm scared. If I have a shop with like a lot of products on it, I'm paying those relisting fees, I'm not making any money. What the heck do I do?" So we open up Shopify store, or even better, WooCommerce, but it's a little more complex. You can use free methods to get sales, like you can post on social media, or you can use SEO tactics to get sales. I spelled tactics wrong and the spell checker didn't pick it up, but you can do that, right? But now you're in Etsy mode when you're going free. You're waiting for sales that never come, or they come, but they'll come like 2 or 3 years down the road based on your SEO stuff that you did 2 or 3 years ago. So Are you convinced that there's an issue? Are you convinced that there's a problem? Again, you're not alone. Fortunately, there is a solution which solves all of those problems, especially the big one of no sales. So let's move on to that second part now, which is number two, the solution. And it doesn't matter which platform you use. I don't care if you're on Etsy, Shopify, or WooCommerce. This doesn't matter at all. It's not relevant to the secret method that I'm going to show you today. You want to get people looking at your products so they can buy them. That's all you need, right? That's how you make money. The best way to do that is with paid ads. And I know people hear that and they go, "Oh, I'm out. No way, not gonna. No, I'm not spending a penny on my business because I expect my business to replace my income so I can quit my 9 to 5 without me putting any money into it." Can you imagine a brick and mortar store if they said that? I'm not going to pay my lease because I want everything free. I'm not going to buy any inventory from my store where I pay my lease because I want everything free. I'm not going to put an ad in the newspaper because I just expect people to come to me as soon as I open my door in the morning. Can you imagine? There's no way. It would die. It would die right away. And this mindset is what people are in online, that paid ads are the devil. I can't touch them. They're too scary. I'm going to lose money. I can't possibly do that. No, paid ads are your friend. They're the thing that puts money in your pocket. They're the reason people see your products and buy your products. Marketing matters, and marketing is just not the focus at all, especially with Etsy sellers. You tell them to run paid ads, they're like, no freaking way. I don't want to run paid ads. You have no choice. It's a business. You have to market it. If you don't, you're going to struggle. When I say paid ads, there's a lot of ways to do this. You could run an ad to a product directly and just hope somebody buys. This is like a one night stand. So imagine this. It's an impulse buy, right? AKA the one night stand attempt with paid ads. Here it is. You're single, looking to mingle. You go to a bar. You see someone you like. You go up to them. You say, "Hey, want to come home with me right now?" That's how you introduce yourself. They'll most likely look at you like you're from Mars and reject you because you're being way, way, way too aggressive. This is what people think paid ads are. That's not what they are. Instead, date them first. See how it goes. Move a little slower for better results. Who knows? That could be your spouse. That could be your partner for life. That could be your soulmate. You're not going to know if your first line is, "Hey, want to go home with me right now?" There's no way. So you need to nurture it. You have to date them first. So now look at this scenario. You're single, looking to mingle. You go to a bar, you see someone you like, you go up to them, you say, "Hey, how's it going?" Or you got some smooth cheese ball icebreaker that you use. Or you can say maybe buy them a drink. Now, if you're buying them a drink, that could be an issue too because they could just be using you for drinks. You have a conversation, you ask them questions, you get to know them. Then at the end, you get their number or their snap, as kids, my kids always say, like, "We don't do phone numbers, we do Snapchat." I'm like, okay. Then you date them, right? You ask them out on a date, you go for dinner, you go to the movies, you do that a couple times, you get to know them, you get to know each other, you see if you like each other, trust each other. Then maybe down the road, yeah, whatever happens, happens. But eventually, maybe you close the deal. Maybe that's what you want, maybe it works out, but it's not an impulse thing. It takes time. And paid ads are this. Paid ads are like dating. They're not just going out and trying to get some immediately. You have to put some effort into it, some time, some energy, and you have to use methods that work. So paid ads can be used either way, honestly, except on Etsy. You can't go for a one night stand on Etsy. If you ever run like a Google ad or a Facebook ad or a TikTok ad directly to Etsy, forget it. You're like, just light your money on fire. Because as soon as you send that person there from whatever platform they came from that you paid for that click, Etsy is designed to get people to browse around Etsy and to spend time on the site and to go look at all Etsy's products. They're not your products, they're Etsy's products. It's the Etsy shop that they're on. If you ever notice on Etsy, you can't really find your shop, especially on mobile. Go look at your shop on a phone. They have it hidden. It's like people are going to Etsy to buy a listing. They don't care that it's from Will's gift shop. They just care that it's from Etsy. So Etsy knows this. So Etsy wants them to browse around and eventually find something they want, and then they'll buy it. Maybe. Who knows? But so if you do paid ads on Etsy, you're just sending people to a landing page that is the worst, the least optimized landing page for paid ads in the history of the internet. It's horrible. And I've been doing paid ads since 2005. I've seen a lot of landing pages. Etsy's product listing pages are a nightmare. They're horrible for paid ads. So going back though, you have to date them first. So you can with paid ads and getting their email first. So instead of getting their phone number or their snap or whatever you do, their follow them on Instagram. I don't know what the heck kids do. We used to get their phone number and have to actually call them. But the dating now is emailing them products and nurturing their relationship. Think of it that way. That's pretty cool, right? Paid ads to email marketing is the best solution by far, bar none. Pinky swear. There's no better way to do paid ads. They're in the history of the internet. There's no better way, and that's a big statement, but it's 100% true. And I've run all kind of paid ads to all kind of offers. The best and most effective use of my money with paid ads is getting somebody's email list and then nurturing that email. And any of you who came in to me from my free course, you know what email is. It's powerful because I keep sending you emails because I want to get to know you and I want you to get to know me. I'm asking you questions. And when people send me answers to those questions, I respond. Like that is my email address. That works. It works really well. Now, does that make sense? I do this route for paid ads 90% of the time, and it always works best. So you might be thinking, okay, 90, well, you just said it's the best. Why don't you do it 100? Well, the other 10% of the time, I'll run paid ads to retarget people who already know me. So this is somebody who went to my store or somebody who's on my email list, and I can now create some ads maybe for a 3-day sale. And it's only going to go to people who have already interacted with my business in some way, shape, or form in the past. So I've got them segmented on a list. I can target that list with ads. Those ads to what's called warm traffic work so well, like so well. But you can't get there without the cold traffic stuff. Okay, it's a process. It's a big process. Now, instead of waiting patiently for sales, like good little Etsy sellers, you'll get them faster, and you can send multiple emails for multiple possible sales. Again, this works no matter which platform you sell on, even Etsy. So you're like, okay, well, why don't more people do this? They don't know. That's the simple answer. They don't know. They swallowed up that Etsy lie like fully. They're they're entrenched in that. They're being stubborn about it. They will not move off of it because that's what. And when you get into an echo chamber where everybody's saying the same thing, like Facebook groups about Etsy, it's hard because I go in those groups and I cringe because I'm like, man, that's really bad advice. But when you give good advice and it doesn't follow the herd doesn't like it because people don't like change. So, can you see the potential? There is a ton. Paid ads, email marketing equals money. That's the formula. That's the secret method. The secret method works very well. I use the secret method every single day. Sound good so far? I think so. So let's move on to the third thing now, which is vital. What to do next? Now, it's simple. Run paid ads to the email list and market to that. There you go. We're done. See you guys. Thanks for coming on. Are you getting excited though? Maybe you have a few questions on where to begin. Well, buckle up. It's about getting even better. So we can take the secret method and we can apply it to any holiday or any evergreen event really that we want, but Mother's Day is trending. So we can take advantage of this with the secret method. So let's finish this off and then I'll get to my offer for you and then you can go on your merry way, get some lunch, have a good day. Reality check though. It's not a simple thing that we're talking about. There's lots of moving parts. It can be very complicated to figure out. You do need a couple things before you can even start. First, you need some products to sell. Hopefully, you've got some on your own store by now. If you don't, I can help you with that. But you need email software to use that's free to start. You need paid ads expertise. You need traffic. You need accountability. You need guidance. You need motivation. How about a group of like minded people? That might help. And that never give up attitude. I mean, if you can stay on Etsy for 6 months making nothing, you can do this. So, how do you do things? Well, you got two basic options, the easy way and the hard way. I don't know why, but a lot of people love the hard way. They're like, okay, Will just gave me the secret method. I'm going to go reverse engineer everything he said. I'm going to do it on my own. I'm going to figure this out. And eventually, after a year of trial and error, I'll probably nail something. Or take the easy way. Just go from point A to point B in a straight line. Much better. The hard way, go for it on your own. This is what people do. They go to YouTube, they search for, okay, all right, okay, so crap, what do I type here? How to run paid ads for e-commerce. You're going to get the following: different opinions, styles, methods, shifty people, tons of ways. The bulk of them do the one night stand method. Then you're going to go try each one on your own. You're probably going to fail. You've got something, not the solution, but it's something called information overload because everybody's different. Everybody's got these grandiose ideas. You have so many options. You don't know where to start, which typically leads to overthinking and over analyzing. So you do nothing and you go back to square one. That route stinks. I do not suggest it for anyone. Instead, take the easy route. Learn from someone who is an experienced expert. Let's hop back to 2005 for a second when I started my first paid ads, which was Yahoo Overture, got bought out by Bing, and then I shifted to Google Ads. But I'll show you what I did. So I found a mentor slash coach, and what I did was I was working at TD Ameritrade. I was just the phone monkey who took orders and punched in stock and option orders for people and gave like stock quotes to people who had an online trading account, but apparently would call in for stock quotes instead of using the account. Very odd. But anyway, I didn't like that, so I took the night shift because people, when the market closes at like 4, the phones die. Like nobody's calling unless it's some maintenance thing on their account. So I would go from like a call, literally, I would hang up the phone and it would ring again to a call or two every hour, which was wonderful. So I could search the internet, and I'm like, how the heck do I make money online? So I found a mentor. He taught me all about my first business, which was a weird one, but secured loan leads online, and we would sell them to banks in the United Kingdom. Now I'm in Canada, we're selling them over there. That's fine. There's guys in the U.S. doing this too. Without him, though, I give him full credit. I would probably still be at a 9 to 5 job. I'd probably be at TD Ameritrade as like senior executive VP of training people on how to use computer, whatever stupid title I'd have. I'd advance through the ranks, but I would hate my life. I couldn't do it. I'm not an employee. So thank God. Without him, I'd still be there. It's the same thing too. If you want to learn how to lose weight, find someone to teach you how. So back 10 years ago, I lost 100 pounds in 106 days. I did that for a lot of reasons, mainly spite, but it worked. Then I gained some back, and just recently, um, I went to Florida, and I'm like, we're going to Universal Studios, and I'm too fat to ride the roller coaster. So starting back in November, I got back on my diet, and I dropped 50 pounds. And when we got to Universal, we got to the test seats that sit outside the roller coasters there. And the first one we did was Gringotts Adventure thing, the Harry Potter thing in Universal Studios. And I sat on it and I got a green light on the test seat. And I was like, holy cow, I hit my goal. This is amazing. But I rode like every roller coaster in there too, except for Forbidden Journey because my shoulders are too big. Anyway, the way I learned to lose weight was from a friend who actually gave me her diet that she used. She was like an Olympic athlete, and she gave me the diet and she told me when to eat, how much to eat. She's like, just run a calorie deficit, go lift some weights if you want, go running if you want, go on a treadmill if you want. You don't have to do the exercise part to lose weight. It's all about a calorie deficit. I was like, holy crap, it works. And it did work. And it worked again because now in my lifetime, I've lost 150 pounds in my lifetime. I mean, lost 100, gained a whole bunch, lost 50, and I'm going to lose probably another 50 to get to my goal weight by the summertime. Anyway, if you want to learn to fly a plane, what do? You have to find someone to teach you how. You have to do written, and then you have to have them basically go up with you in the plane, and then you have to go up on your own. If you want to learn how to get Mother's Day sales with paid ads, no matter which platform you sell on, even Etsy, I mean, that's the name of the webinar. What do? You find someone to teach you how. It's no different. Okay. And you could probably use a group of people who are going through it all with you too. That's always fun and a lot better. We work in a very isolated world when we work online, which brings me to my offer to you. We don't have water coolers. So at the beginning, I mentioned my Mother's Day Bootcamp 2024. That's what my offer is. It's a way to skip a lot of the roadblocks to get profitable. But first, just let me ask you a question and then we'll close this off. Are you enjoying it so far? I hope you're nodding your head yes. Do you think implementing the secret method can work for you? So far we covered the problem, the solution, and what to do next. You know what to do. You just don't have all the exact nitty-gritty details of me over the shoulder yet. So my question is, do you want to do this with me? Introducing the Mother's Day Bootcamp 2024. The info methods that I've shown only scratch the surface, not even a dent, to be honest. So the bootcamp is all about this, teaching you how to do the secret method in full detail, teaching you how to get sales using paid ads and nurturing, supporting you along every step of the way, getting you to profit for Mother's Day 2024 in a way you might never have thought of or tried before. I should have added to this. This can apply to any holiday going forward too, or evergreen niches too. So it's not just Mother's Day, it's just that's what's trending right now. So what is it though? It's full training and support with some sweet bonuses all packaged up. for you to get there quick. So if it sounds pretty sweet, that's because it is. Here it is. It's 3 live training sessions over the shoulder. You learn, then you do. And it's in group coaching format. So the value is $1,997. Full training, step by step in detail. I go into the dashboards. You watch me. We got a screen grab as I'm typing. You're watching what I'm doing, creating every asset that we need to do it, creating campaigns, creating landing pages, everything, creating email sequences, everything from A to Z. That's just the training part though. I've got a couple bonuses too for you. Bonus number 1 is called ongoing support. So you do not have to go at this alone. No need to fly solo anymore. If you've ever tried talking to someone about online stuff and they're like, what do you do? You're like, I sell print on demand products on Etsy. They look at you like you're from Mars. They're like, Etsy, what's that? Literally, like with my friend space anyway. I don't know about yours, but they're like, oh, did they have that really bad Super Bowl commercial that I saw? I'm like, yeah, that's him. But they just don't get it. So they're like, wait, what? That's what my wife does. Every time I start talking about my business, which is fine, because every time she starts talking about teaching, I do the same thing. I'm like, that's great. I have no idea what you just said. So what's the solution? A group of people who speak your language and are going through it with you. And that's what bonus number 1 is. It's a dedicated members only group for support and coaching along the way. So you get that. Members only group right on Facebook, available 24/7. Get support, network, people who are in your shoes, people who will help you out, led by me. 1997 value. It is as valuable as the training itself. So you get training and support. Does that sound pretty good? There you go. $3,994 total value. But that's not all. And I sound like an infomercial guy now, but I apologize. I got some more bonuses for you. Bonus number 2, I ran a boot camp last year, Mother's Day Boot Camp 2023. I'll give it to you. You get instant access to it. 4 live training sessions in that one. That one is focused more on digital products on Etsy for Mother's Day, but you can sell print on demand products too. It's waiting for you. That's got a $997 value, instant access to that one. So you get all that, $4,991 in value now. If you want more, fine. I do monthly challenges in my group coaching program, and I've got a bunch of them on Mother's Day. So I'm going to give you a couple. So number 1 is challenge number 44 in my group coaching program, Mother's Day and Etsy. 3 training sessions, 1 each, Mother's Day and Etsy training. Okay, you're like, well, you just like kind of crapped all over Etsy for a while. Yeah, I did, because it's broken, because it's not giving you sales. But if you can get sales to your Etsy shop, now it works. So there we go. So you get all that, $5,988 in value. What else do you need? How about some TikTok ad training? Now, this is not what I'm going to be doing in the paid ads section of this boot camp, but I know it works. I've done it. I love it. So I'll give it to you. TikTok ads are awesome, and they work very well too. But it's a good thing that I ran a challenge dedicated to that already, and it's yours too. So this is number 33 in my group coaching program, if you're following along. It's Mother's Day and TikTok ads. So it's 3 training sessions, 1 hour each, so 3 hours of training, all about TikTok ads and Mother's Day. More the one night stand approach in this one, but it still does work very, very well. Okay. So there you go. Now we're up $6,985. What if there was another cool method that you could use too? Now, this is a method that I started, man, when was it? 2007? I started this method, and it works even better today. So I've got you covered. So check this out. It's called the fan club method. And combine that with Mother's Day, I already did in challenge number 31, which I'll give to you. So basically, you utilize a fan club to profit from Mother's Day. And what I mean is, a fan club is like a good example is Charlie Day quotes. So if you go to Facebook after this webinar and you type in Charlie Day quotes, you're going to find a Facebook group. It's huge. There's like millions and millions and millions of members. And what the guy did is he started a group. Charlie Day is a guy from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. He's an actor, and he posts memes of Charlie Day quotes, and that's all he does. And then he'll sell stuff like I think he'll post links to like Amazon products for like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and he'll make a commission on that. That's the fan club method in a nutshell. Take like Taylor Swift, create a fan club. Now title it Unofficial T Swift Fan Club, and then put not affiliated with Taylor Swift in any way, shape, or form, just a fan. Make a group on Facebook dedicated to that. Watch it fill up with like 10 million members. Let them interact and post and talk. Then once in a while, pepper it with some products that are not related to Taylor Swift. and watch the results. That's the fan club method in a nutshell. If you want to learn more, I'll give it to you. And you combine that with Mother's Day, holy crap. So let's say you had a Taylor Swift fan club, unofficial, not affiliated. You put all the disclaimers in there so people know you're not official. Okay. Don't sell Taylor Mark. Do not sell Taylor Swift products. Sell a Mother's Day mug that has nothing to do with Taylor Swift in that Facebook group. You will make money because what do those people in that Facebook group have? Moms. What's coming up? Mother's Day. Sell them a mug that says, Mom, I love you. Boom, done. That's it. It's that simple. That's what the fan club method is. It's in that one, it combines two very good things, 3 training sessions, 3 hours of training on that. It's awesome. Okay. That one is my favorite. $7,982. If you're going to go with any other free method in the world, go with that. An even better, well, I don't want to go too deep into it because I'm going to go to it in, yeah, I'm just going to stop there. If you want one more bonus, fine. How about some mock-ups? Now, you can use these with your designs. So bonus 6 is I'll give you 100 mock-ups to use. So a mixture of shirt and mugs, and I take requests too. So you can use these to convert even higher with your print-on-demand products. That's got about a $497 value, and they're just images that you overlay your designs on, and it makes your listings look better. It doesn't matter if you're on Etsy, Shopify, WooCommerce, wherever. You need good mock-ups, and lifestyle mock-ups work best where it's like if it's a shirt or a mug or a sweatshirt, you want an actual female wearing it or holding it, it looks a lot better than just having a mug or just having a t-shirt on a white background. The lifestyle stuff works way, way better. So I'll give you those that you can use. There we go. There's a whole pack. The 3 live training webinars. Bonus number 1 is a support group. Then bonus number 2 is last year's boot camp. Bonus number 3 is Mother's Day and Etsy. Bonus number 4 is Mother's Day and TikTok ads. Bonus number 5 is Mother's Day in the fan club method, which is super powerful and free. Bonus number 6 is 100 mockups to use. So now we're at $8,479 in value, if my math is correct. How's that sound? So training support, last year's 3 challenges and the group coaching, and mockups. You get it all. That is a boatload of value. I should charge that $8,479 for it, but I'm not charging that much. I always have 2 options. I can sell it for cheap, get more people going, help more people, or I can charge more and limit it to fewer people. So I went with option 1. I want to help as many people as possible. I feel like it's a good deal at $8,497. I priced it at $997. So before you hang up or leave or disconnect, just hang on a second. Since you showed up here on the webinar, I'm going to offer it for 70% off. So $299.10. This is what I've been doing for a while. It works very, very well. You can go to that link in the bottom, ppc-coach.com/mum2024. That will take you to the order page, and there's a countdown timer on there too. So it's 70% off for a limited time. Link is going to be in the bottom right of the screen from now on, and you'll see that countdown timer on the page. It is legit. Once the door is closed, the offer is closed, we get started on boot camp. Everybody who's along for the ride is along for the ride. If you miss it, you miss it. So you're getting everything. This is going to help you cash in on Mother's Day 2024. It is time sensitive. People are searching for these products right now, and we're just before the big spike in searches on Google and YouTube and Amazon and all these places where people are looking for Mother's Day gift, Etsy, right? We are positioned nicely just a little over 2 months out from the date in North America of Mother's Day, which gives you plenty of time to get this up and running, plenty of time to get a lot of products up, plenty of time to get some paid ad campaigns going, plenty of time to build up that email list, and then use your sequences to make those sales. Okay, we're positioned very, very nicely for that. You need profit from this. You do not want to miss this opportunity. So what's the guarantee? Simple. I 100% stand by this. If you do nothing, you're going to get nothing. Nothing will change in your life. If you're on Etsy and you're sitting there twiddling your thumbs going, man, when am I going to get a sale? Well, keep doing that. And eventually maybe you'll get a trickle every once a week or every 2 weeks. And eventually after 3 years, you'll be getting a sale a day. And you'll be happy, but it takes a while. If your first question though is, what's the refund policy? Don't buy it. Don't even bother. Okay. We're not a good fit. If you can't see all the value that you're getting from this, please don't buy this. I don't want you in there. If you have any doubt at all, don't buy it. And I shouldn't be telling you why not to buy it, but I'm going to. If your gut right now is saying nope, then no problem. Don't buy it. Okay, it's not for you. We're not a good fit. I put your mindset's not right, but maybe it isn't. I don't know. If you take action and follow this, you're going to succeed. What I'm saying is, if you want to speed up the learning curve, then do it. So if all this did was teach you how to run those paid ads profitably, would that be worth it? Give you support in that group, would that be worth it? Give you last year's boot camp right up front, would that be worth it? Give you 3 challenges from my group coaching program, would that be worth it? Give you 100 mock-ups, would that be worth it? I think so. If you want to cash in on Mother's Day 2024, you do have those 2 basic options. Do it alone. Go to YouTube or Facebook groups. There's a lot of Etsy ones out there. Search for how to sell Mother's Day products with paid ads. Find tons of conflicting info. Get confused. Get overloaded. Overthink it. You're going to second guess and third guess and fourth guess yourself. Waste time, waste energy, and struggle. Or option 2, just get my help. Training support, the boot camp, the challenges, and the mock-ups. Which option do you prefer? I think it's a no-brainer. Is that a lot of money? Not really for what you're getting with all those bonuses. Man, I don't think so at all. But what are you really buying? You're buying the best chance for you to profit. I've eliminated the roadblocks to get you making money faster than ever, giving you a ton of value to get you making money as fast as possible. You can do this alone. I have in the past. I wish someone could have shown me all this stuff. When you buy time and help you get there faster, you also increase the odds of making it work for you. So who am I to teach you? An experienced expert with a lot of success so far. That's it. Any questions? Now I have like 3 email addresses, but the original one, ppccoach at gmail, or you can email coach at ppc-coach.com because I have to use the domain name now, or my new one, contact at printondemandcoach.com. That's me. They're all me. Same thing. What's the difference between now and later? Well, now you might be struggling, later you won't be anymore. It is a limited time offer, it won't be available forever. It's also very time sensitive. We can sell right up to Mother's Day. Yeah, good call, Will. Again, spell check, failing me. Don't wait on this, you might miss the bus. Now some common questions that I get all the time. How's it delivered? Well, when you buy it, the instructions are in the group. Support is in the dedicated Facebook group. There's 3 live trainings on GoToWebinar. Replays are posted in the group. Support is available 24/7. For the replays, I post them in the group on Facebook. I also post them on YouTube as a private video because sometimes Facebook will downgrade the quality of the videos and it's kind of annoying. So you might want to watch it on YouTube instead. You can. When? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Boom, boom, boom. 27th, 28th, 29th. I want to get this info into your hands as quickly as possible. Now, implementation will take place after that, and you can take your time on the implementation. But my job is to get you up and running as fast as possible, like I said, and this is the best way to do it. What if you can't make a session? I know people have jobs. I know people are busy. No problem. Replays will be posted anytime. You can still get support in the group. We're still in there. So if you watch a replay and you have a question, you post in the group, you'll get support. No problem. Now, when can you start? Right now. You get instant access to the group. First live training is Tuesday, but all bonuses are available immediately. So do you need a store? Well, yeah. If you don't have one, I can help you with free training, but you should have like an Etsy shop or Shopify or WooCommerce store already with some products in it. The bonus kind of challenges and the stuff from last year in the boot camp, there's a lot of product ideas in there too that you could add on the print on demand side and even the digital, but let's lean more on the print on demand side for this, right? So will I teach Etsy ads? No, the paid ads are not Etsy ads. They're bigger than that. They're better than that. They're more powerful. They've been around a lot longer too. Like I said, Etsy ads, you're paying to get somebody to click on your listing in the search results to go to the worst traffic leak landing non-optimized for you page in the history of the internet. Don't do that. Which email program is it? It's my favorite one. I'll reveal it in the training. It's free to start. It's the key to the secret method. Okay. Will I make money? Yeah, if you do the work, that's the goal. I mean, you have to get people to look at your products. This is the way to do it. Print on demand and digital products are awesome. Combining them with a holiday simply doubles the power. So when does the offer end? Monday at 11:59 p.m. Well, 59 and 59 seconds. The doors close. Tuesday we start at 11 a.m. So get in there now, please. If you have questions, email me or go to, I got that group. I also have to add in the Print on Demand Coach group too, because it's free. Did you join yet? Awesome. See you in the group in a minute. If you're still on the fence, here's a couple of testimonials and then I'll close this off for you. So Mandy, known Will for a few years, have a couple of his courses. You'll always learn something from him, whether you're at the beginning, intermediate, or advanced stage of your business. He teaches what is working for him now. And he teaches in a simple, easy to understand way. I was able to implement one of his courses and within the first lesson, made my investment back. I love that one. This is also one of my favorites. Oliver, don't usually make public posts on Facebook, but feel I need to tonight. Will, you could be spending your time making money for yourself instead of creating such great and insightful content. I truly believe you genuinely care and want to help people. You got me started with print on demand back in February, and I'm already seeing great success. I've hit several bumps along the way, but just believe in yourself and you can do this, and you will. Take care. Chris, I've been following Will for 3 years now, and to this day, I still think he's the best in the business when it comes to coaching print on demand and Facebook ads, which was my specialty till I got banned, but might be coming back to that. I purchased a couple of his courses in the past. They've been great. Everything he teaches has been battle tested and proven, so you can trust the strategies that he shares. Definitely follow this guy. You won't regret it. If you want more, go there. There's like 150, 175 more on there. What happens after you order? You get an email with instructions within, it could be sent right away or 10, 15 minutes from when you order. Just wait for it. Check your spam box. It'll be there. If you don't get the email, send me an email, ppccoach@gmail.com. That's my primary one, and I'll help you out. So first live training is Tuesday, February 27th at 11 a.m. Eastern. People are searching for Mother's Day gifts right now. All you need to do is show them the ones that you have to offer. You cannot rely on Etsy to show them for you. That doesn't work anymore. It just doesn't. I don't care what an Etsy group says. It doesn't work. This is from real world experience. Okay, this is not me starting a shop in 2020, making 500,000, and then making peanuts after that, or shifting my whole business because my numbers are so down, like some digital people did, which is okay. Pivots are fine, but what I'm going to say is this: don't skip it. Mother's Day plus my training equals money in your pocket. Now, time is the biggest factor, but thank you for watching. I can't wait to help you succeed. You're buying something unique. The secret method is the missing puzzle piece that you've been looking for. It really is. And the other thing is, once you have that email list, you now have an asset. That is your most valuable asset is your email list, because you can make offers to that list of whatever you want. You can run sales to that list whenever you want. You can run multiple sales throughout the year. You could send them an offer a day if you wanted. People don't care. Like they're not going to get mad at you if you send them too many offers. Like that's not the way it works. Not with email. Okay. Sure, some people might unsubscribe. That's fine. That's no problem. You just replace them with somebody else. So the goal is simple. I want to get you profiting for Mother's Day 2024 using my secret method. Well, it's not secret anymore, I guess. If you skip this, I'll call you crazy, but we can part as friends. So don't wait on it. This is what you've been searching for. Let's get you profitable and cashing in on Mother's Day 2024. Again, thanks for coming on. I appreciate your time. Go join now if you haven't already. I'll go through some questions here if there are any. If not, I'm going to go get some lunch because I am in break mode from the diet. I actually need a new goal for my diet. The original, yeah, so there's a question here. How the heck did you lose 50 pounds? Calorie deficit, that's it. And well, calorie deficit and a big goal. The big goal was get on the roller coasters because I went the year before and I tried to go on the roller coasters and I was too fat. And that depressed me big time because I felt like I was missing making some memories with my kids on roller coasters. So I swore, I sat in that one tester seat for the Velocicoaster 2 years ago and I got a red light and I honestly felt like crying. Like I was so upset with myself for letting myself go so far. But I also said, I swore to myself that a year later when I come back, I'm going to sit in this freaking seat and I'm going to get a green light. And I did. And then I went on it with my daughter. And now we have a core memory that's going to last a lifetime. And that's so now I need like another big goal for my next like 50 pounds to lose because it's hard. The hardest part of losing weight is just like the discipline is hard. It's very hard. Goals help big time with losing weight or whatever you're doing. All right. Okay. Why did they ban you? They never tell you why they ban you. So I ran a lot of money through my Facebook ad account. I feel like I was banned after 2020. I had a wicked fourth quarter run selling the jewelry stuff with Facebook ads, going direct to Gear Bubble. And I feel like Facebook saw too many ad accounts pointing to the Gear Bubble domain. Now, this could happen with any company, but when Facebook sees like say 1,000 ad accounts all pointing to the same domain, that's a red flag for Facebook because they think that the domain it's pointing to is opening up 1,000 ad accounts and running all, gaming the system. I think that's what happened. No, I can't prove it. It's just based on my gut reaction to that. So they banned me, and then my review got lost in the shuffle, and then 432 days later, I got a response saying, "Yeah, no, it's final." So yeah, got banned for basically nothing. I wasn't running anything I wasn't supposed to be doing. I wasn't saying anything I wasn't supposed to say. I know all the rules. I know all the FTC guidelines. I know all that stuff. I didn't do anything wrong. I just got caught by, I think I got caught by a bot, a Facebook bot that was like, oh yeah, well, he's pointing there too, so ban him. I think that's what happened, honestly. But there are routes that I'm taking right now, expensive routes, but I'm probably going to go with an agency account first, and then I might go with getting my own account back later. But I don't know. I'm very weary to pay somebody that much money up front to get my own account back and then have it go down like a week later and I'm out 22.50. Like, no thanks. So anyway, oh geez, my Etsy ad account is permanently suspended. That's another thing. It can happen if you. It's not even selling trademark infringing products. I find that is the issue. It's Etsy will scan your tags and your titles and your description for trademark terms, and if they find those, you're going to get in trouble. So, for example, if you say you make something that looks like a Disney character, but it's not a Disney character, and in your title you put looks like a Disney character, well, they'll scan that, and then they could be like, well, you're selling Disney products because it's all bots that they use, and it can't differentiate from looks like a Disney character to a real Disney character, and you could get suspended. It's not fun. I've heard a lot of horror stories of a lot of people who have put a lot of time, energy, and heart and soul into an Etsy shop, and then they wake up one day and it's like, oh, I'm suspended. Like, yeah, I know what that dagger feels like with my Facebook ad account. Knock on wood, it hasn't happened yet with any of my Etsy shops, and I have way more than one of them, so I'm glad for that. But do you have a store already? I do. I have multiple stores. Can't get the complete order button to work with PayPal. Oh dear. Okay, it worked with Chrome, but wouldn't with Firefox. Oh man, Firefox. I would like diet info too. You know what? If you're in there, I'll give out diet info. It's my diet rocks. I love my diet. How do I contact support? The button isn't working, and when I change browsers, I got charged the full amount instead of two. Oh, geez. Okay. So email me, ppccoach@gmail.com. I'll get you straightened out. No problem at all. I appreciate you buying. We'll get you fixed up. No worries. No problem. PPC Coach, like Peter Charlie, coach@gmail.com. That's me. I'll get you fixed up. And sometimes, yeah, it should go through with the 299.10, but we'll fix you up. If it put the full amount, I'll refund you the difference right after this call. All right, it is now noon, and I am hungry, so I'm going to go make myself a nice turkey sandwich. Yeah, if anybody wants my diet info, I'm happy to give it out because I feel so much better. Like my joints feel better. Everything feels better. I had a bum knee and a bad hip because I fell I drank a little bit too much one night in Florida and fell on a concrete floor twice and hurt my hip. And now my hip feels good, my knee feels good, my back feels so much better because I'm not carrying all the weight in the front. So, and just riding roller coasters with your kids is more than enough of a reason to lose some weight for me anyway. So now I need another goal too. If you have a good idea for a goal, let me know. All right, my friends, I'm gonna close this off. I'll post the replay. I'll send it out so you guys can go through it again if you really want to. But otherwise, I see some people are already in there. I love that. I'm gonna go get some lunch and then I'll get right back to my email and help you out. Okay, thanks everybody. Have a great day.